There we go. Let there be light. Hey, science, this is Marley on video. Can you guys hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Yeah, it's a positive field of pyrosomes.
Wow, it's gotten really dense as we're getting a little bit deeper.
So these are tunicates, correct? A pelagic tunicate?
Yes, correct.
They are
These
called
actually
pyrosomes
quite-
because
they're small
so they're
compared
called-
to the ones we saw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they seem really skinny.
So why are they called pyrosomes?
They are called pyrosomes because they are bioluminescent. So they will light up undisturbed.
Pyro as in fire or light.
Yep.
And for some reason, we've had a lot more of them along our coastline in the last maybe 5 to 10 years. Do either one of you know the reasons why?
I know in the Pacific Northwest, it was suspected it had to do with the blob of warm water, but I don't know if they ever confirmed that link directly.
Yes. Yes,
We
same
saw
here.
all up to Olympic Coast National Marine Sanctuary in 2017. They usually don't go that far north.
There were quite a few down here in California, so much so that they would clog the nets of fishermen or of research scientists going out doing trawl surveys. They really clogged the nets. They're very, they're quite a nuisance.
Yeah, I recall the trawl survey, and I think like the hake survey had just a really hard time with them that year.
Yeah. They are surprisingly dense and rubbery. So they tend to stick together and to things, and in fishing nets especially.
Mm-hmm.
Right, they don't just easily fall through the netting. So should we do a round of introductions for those folks that are listening in? So this is the Nautilus cruise to Santa Lucia Bank. And we have many folks from the Nautilus crew that help navigate and pilot and do the video engineering. So can those folks introduce themselves if you're all online?
Yeah, I think we're all here. Jess, are we ready to start doing that, or are we still doing procedure stuff right now?
Sorry, I was on SPL there for a moment. Yeah, no, I think we're all set and happy. You guys want to start? Marley, you want to start today?
Yeah, I'm going to start with our audio slate so I don't forget to do it. This is an audio slate for dive number 1829. UTC time is 011149. Mark. And I'm Marley in the video engineering seat, and I'm in control of the zoom and focus on our cameras and also what's going out on our satellite feeds, as well as a little bit of control over our audio with the V-Link system. Hopefully it will not give us any issues this evening.
Not tonight.
Yeah.
Here.
You guys sound great right now, so fingers crossed it stays that way.
Great.
I think Kim's up next there on the batting line. I'm Jess Sandoval, ROV team, sitting Herc.
I'm Ben Gracian. I'm a navigator mapper.
I'm Mary Dury. I'm sitting in the data logger seat.
That's all we got in here, guys.
Yeah, that's all we got on the van.
Okay.
Fab 5.
Well, we'll hear from Kim at some point, and then so what we just heard from ours was the Nautilus team crew. They bring us safely down to these depths and allow us to explore, while the science team is ashore, and we are all talking to you from our own homes under COVID situation. None of the scientists are on the ship, but because of this great telepresence technology, we are just like you listening from home. We can participate from our home. And we are called the front row, and they're called.
Do you mind just checking the gauges?
No, we're the back
Kim?
row.
Yeah, on the ship we would be in the back row instead of in our living rooms.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. My name is Lisa Vonig. I work at the Office of National Marine Sanctuaries. I'm the West Coast Region Policy Coordinator. Typically, this is not something that I do in my day-to-day activities, but this year I got the opportunity to help coordinate this cruise, and we have a great group of scientists, and we are exploring Santa Lucia Bank. One of the reasons we are exploring this place is because it's been proposed as the Chumash Heritage National Marine Sanctuary. So that's the program that I work for. And we are partnering with many folks from NOAA Fisheries, and I'll let you introduce yourselves.
Sure. I'm Meredith Everett. I'm based out of Seattle, which is where I'm currently sitting. I'm actually on Bainbridge Island right now. I'm a geneticist at the NOAA's Northwest Fisheries Science Center, and I specialize in the genetics of deep sea corals and sponges, and also do a lot of what we call environmental DNA analysis, which I'll talk a little bit more about throughout the dive tonight. And yeah, I've been working on deep sea corals for about 8 years now, and it's a really fascinating set of species to work on. And we're working on, I'm also work a lot with NOAA's Deep Sea Coral Research and Technology Program, and I'm part of their West Coast Research Initiative, which is partnering with the Nautilus cruises in the sanctuaries this fall to collect more data about these habitats.
Okay, I am Erica Frew. I also work with Northwest Fisheries Science Center, and I am based in Newport, Oregon. And I work for the AUV team with the Northwest Center, and we have our own autonomous underwater vehicle that we use to send down and run transects and take still images of the bottom of the ocean for habitat, fish counts, and sponges and corals.
Yeah, so I feel just so fortunate that the two of you and others from NOAA Fisheries are part of the science ashore team, because NOAA Fisheries has a lot of expertise in deep sea biology, and hopefully we will be seeing lots of interesting critters on the deep sea of the Santa Lucia Bank, and Meredith and Erica will be able to tell us about them and identify them and help figure out which species we should collect. So I'm pretty excited. And we're going to an area on Santa Lucia Bank that, from as far as I know, has not been explored visually yet. So this will be the first time. We're going to be going to a depth of 1,550 meters and rising up to about 1,250 meters. So 1,550 meters is about a mile down into the ocean, and it's going to be really cold and dark down there. And the species that we will encounter have adapted to living in this dark, cold place. And if we find interesting biology down there, you'll just be so amazed to see how these animals have been able to adapt to this type of environment.
I'm always really
Can I jump
impressed
in?
that when we, oh, sure.
Just with a question real quick. Nav, can I get a depth below the vessel currently?
Yeah, so I can ask the bridge. According to our map, we're going to be about 30, 40 meters than the launch target, just because that was on a steeper slope. But yeah, I'll see if the bridge has their echo sounder up, and I can get you a real-time estimate.
Awesome, thank you. Sorry, Meredith.
Hey, Ben.
Oh,
No, go ahead.
Go ahead, Lisa.
Did you, yeah, so that was you, Ben, right? Talking about where we're going to set down 50 meters from the target site?
Ben is talking to the bridge right now.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Yeah, sometimes the ROVs drift and move as we're descending this far. So I'm sure they'll get as close as.
Yeah, but that's no problem. In the dive plan, I actually sort of acknowledged that the first waypoint was on a ridge, and that now should just select a spot that was better for setting down.
Yeah, so
And,
yeah, just to we're deeper than their echo sounder allows, but according to our map, this should be a flatter bottom, which will make it easier for us as we settle and do our white balance. But you know, we're only going to be about 70 meters from the that first 4V target, and so we'll just move right up slope.
Yep. That's no problem at all.
Great.
And if it's if the place where the ROV settles is in soft bottom habitat, that might be a good place to collect a sediment core sample.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so just wanted to let you all know that, and Meredith knows. So I'm glad that there's a safe spot to land,
yeah,
if you will. And
yeah, the bridge, the echo sounder they have is only limited to probably the upper 1,000 meters, so they don't have a good reading right now. So we go based off our a priori information, like our maps and information from our multi-beam maps.
Right. So the echo sounder only operates above 1,000 meters?
I think something like that. They don't have a good reading right now. It's a little too deep. But that's just,
okay.
Yeah, that's just meant to be this kind of more coarse measurement for driving the ship and making sure they're safe. And,
right. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that, so that's good to know.
Yeah.
Thanks. Well, I have watch at midnight, so I'm going to leave you to it. Have a great dive, and I'm going to try really hard to get some rest and not watch. But I'll
it's
be
so
on
hard
at
to do.
midnight. I know.
Yeah, thank you, Lisa.
Yes, thank you. Have a great dive. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Lisa. So Deep Sea Coral Program has done a few dives previously on Santa Lucia Bank, but always at the much shallower depths than we'll be landing now. So I'm actually very excited to see what the deeper water habitats look like here. Hoping to see some of the deeper corals. So a lot of the corals and sponges we look at these depths actually stratify by depth. So you'll get